Well, happy Saturday, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland. And I hope your Saturday's off to a good start. Kind of a hectic one here this morning. The calm before the storm, as it were. We have been kind of having a snowy week here in the mid-Michigan area. Nothing tremendous. We're not getting dumped on with lots and lots of snow, but just enough to make things difficult. Lots of stuff happening on Wednesday. We had to close down a little bit early. Thank you to those for understanding, to those of you for understanding on that. But the roads were getting so nasty on Wednesday. And then again, yesterday, it looks like it was much of the same. So we're trying to do our best to keep ahead of that, especially with our parking lot and parking spaces. So again, ahead of time, thank you for understanding. So now, not that I'm some sort of great weather procrastinator, see what I did there, prognosticator. We're watching one that they're saying we could get a little bit of snow sometime today, this afternoon, this evening, overnight. So it depends on which way this storm tracks, but we'll keep an eye on it. If it looks like the roads are going to be like they were for the past couple of these we've had, we may end up having to bail out a little bit early this evening prior to our normal 6 o'clock closing time. So just watch our social media, watch the weather. Please be careful out there. And only because there's been a couple of bigger accidents out in the main drags a couple of blocks away here, both Wednesday and again yesterday we heard too. So we want you guys to be careful. We want you to be safe and spin vinyl for a long, long time to come. So if that means that we need to close our doors up a bit early, we might. But again, we'll watch whatever's going to be happening today. But right now, I actually see sunshine outside, which is phenomenal because I was a little worried about it. So all right, a couple of quick good mornings this morning. Let's see here. Steve saying, good morning, prepare for Snowmageddon. I don't think it'll be a Snowmageddon, but, down here, you never know. Chuck saying, good morning to you, as well as Betty from sunny Toledo. You guys have been getting a little bit more snow down there as well. Gary says, good morning, and Jeff as well. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you guys for watching and being here. Not a huge update this week in terms of vinyl. Just a couple of other quick announcements. We'll cover a few new releases. It's been a little bit slim on the new release side, both in their offerings, the stuff that you guys seem interested in from our pre-orders, as well as the fulfillment. Some stuff we have been waiting on has not been showing up. I hope this is not just a bigger picture of where things are going, but it's been a little bit weird the past 2 or 3 weeks as far as deliveries of new releases. Maybe it's just us, maybe it's just me. We'll have to see where it goes, but we have not been getting a few things that we have been counting on getting. How's that? That's the best way to do it. We were saying hello and good morning to Zapaton and Phil, and his first live stream. Thank you for joining us, and always appreciate new viewers here to our little corner of the YouTube universe, which is vast. So, all right. One quick note before we get into the sparse new releases for this week. It's very odd here. The past 2 or 3 weeks, well, really since the first of the year, which is coming up on 4 weeks now, we have been inundated with people selling their vinyl or trading their vinyl or bringing their vinyl in. I mean, a lot of it, more so than I'm used to this time of year. And I know that this is the time of year people are, they're trying to fulfill their New Year's resolutions. They're trying to declutter their lives. They're trying to get rid of some of the things that they don't like. And we're happy to take a look at the vinyl you guys want to bring in. But it's just noteworthy that I'm getting, let's just call it several calls and emails or drop-ins per week, it seems like, for people looking to get rid of vinyl, both newer stuff like we had in the drop yesterday and older stuff. And so I'm kind of in a little bit of I don't know what to think about this. I've been turning a few people away with the likes of the Mitch Miller and the Herb Alpert because we're overloaded with that, quite frankly. And you guys really can only do so many mystery bags, and we're not going to do another mystery bag batch until St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to be working toward that. So I'm just going to watch this situation, and we'll see if it is like a bigger picture of something somewhere where folks are, I don't know, getting out of this. I've read a couple of articles recently. I am about where the vinyl sales are going and such. I haven't formulated full opinions on those yet. When I do, maybe we'll do a separate video pre-produced to talk about that, because some very interesting stuff talking about this industry and where it's going to be going as far as the collectability and sale of new vinyl in particular. Used vinyl, hey, we're all about that. But new vinyl is getting a little bit odd of late. So, and it's almost like they're over flooding this as well. Zapitin says it's his first time watching this as well. Again, very much appreciated for you guys. So not to be too weird about this, but I'm just going to be watching this. It's just that I feel a little bit like there's more of this, hey, we're getting rid of our vinyl action this year than there has been in any of the years previous this time of year. So we're used to it. We'll just watch it and see what happens, because we're always going to be doing what we can to, you know, get vinyl from people to get it to the ones that want it. So just stay tuned. But speaking of getting stuff to the ones that want it, hopefully you had a chance to check out our drop video yesterday. If not, go back and check that one out. It's the Friday drop that hits every single Friday morning Eastern time at 11 a.m. here at the store. And that basically shows everything new that's on the shelf. And when I say new, this particular week, it was kind of a new one, because we did get a batch of vinyl in that was very gently used, but all stuff that was released in the past year or two, it seems like. So just some beautiful stuff that we normally like to carry in the store anyway, but because it's unsealed, we marked it down as much as we could. So check that video out if you're curious. I can let you know what is left from that. All right, on to the new releases. Just a couple, and I don't think we mentioned this in our typical Saturday pre-release video, which you can see later this afternoon, by the way, on YouTube and Facebook. But Childish Gambino, this one was a Record Store Day first release. Oh, geez, a little while back. Kawaii, I'm going to not say that correctly. So this one has now gotten a different release on black vinyl. So check that out. We do have one copy of that in the store. And the other only new release that we managed to get a hold of was a couple copies of the 3 O'Clock High soundtrack from Tangerine Dream. Great 80s movie, a little dated, and some of you who are looking to be offended might be offended if you watch this film. I'll leave it at that. But if you're not, you're a crusty old fart like me, you might enjoy it as well. But great movie and a cool soundtrack from Tangerine Dream. We do have a couple of those in stock as well. Restocked, we did get another Record Store Day copy of Dream Widow. This is the Foo Fighters, and the Harder Than Normal Foo Fighters from their movie Studio 666. And then based on some requests, we had some folks last week asking if we could get more Metallica in, and it usually sells when we get it. So we did try to get a full slate of Metallica reissues, including Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All on here, as well as a Ride the Lightning. These are all the reissues, no OG stuff in this. Metallica Garage Inc., and then the Garage Days EP as well. So plenty of Metallica to choose from for those of you that were asking for it in the past week or so. So we do now have that in stock and ready to go. Okay, other things to chat about. It's been very quiet on the Record Store Day front. We haven't seen nor heard of any kind of action as far as after the initial release of the save the date from the Record Store Day folks. So we're just going to kind of keep an eye on that. And when I do hear something from either the Record Store Day people or from our distributors that the list is imminent, we will let you guys know. But I really don't expect that until probably late February or early March, most likely into March before we see the list. And so we'll jump on that when that time happens as well. So in the interim, I think we're going to wrap up, because I do have to put a little bit of salt outside on the sidewalks from last night's go down here and get ready for tonight's. But we will be hanging out today, and the store will be open at 716 George Street from, well, now in a few minutes until 6 p.m. this evening officially, unless the snow shows up early, and then we'll make an announcement if we're going to close our doors a little bit early come that May. So in the meantime, though, please feel free to poke around on our YouTube channel a little bit deeper for those of you who are new. Lots of great content on there, in addition to the live updates you guys see on Saturday mornings. Later on Saturday afternoon, we will upload the new release and upcoming release video for the following week. So that way, if you see something you like in that video, you can let us know, as our orders do go in on Sunday afternoons, evenings. to get our stuff for that following week. So make sure you're checking out that new release video. Lots of cool stuff coming up on there as well. And there was a big one. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. I uploaded a video about the Dark Side of the Moon, the Pink Floyd 50th anniversary release of Dark Side of the Moon, and kind of gave a very in-depth preview of that last Saturday. So check that out when you get a chance. But I do want to pass along a lot of the feedback that we've been getting here about that video, especially on the YouTube side with the comments, and from a couple of folks here at the store, our regular customers commenting as well, that they really would have liked to have seen, and I'm going to really agree with this 50th anniversary release of Dark Side of the Moon. They really would have liked to see some additional material. Yes, it does have that live concert edition on there that's been bootlegged many times, but that's a cool addition. But the rest of that huge box set for Dark Side of the Moon is nothing but other different remastered versions of Dark Side of the Moon in multiple different formats, and that's it. And that's a little bit disappointing to those of us who maybe would have liked to have seen, I don't know, maybe a couple of demo versions, maybe different outtakes or other stuff that didn't make the album at the time. Just something additional to that big, $300 box set. And I do share a lot of those feelings with folks who have commented on the YouTube channel saying, just to pay that much money to get a remastered version of the album, the live version of the album, and then 10 more versions of the regular album is a little bit, you know what, you guys probably could have done better. So personally speaking, not that, I'm a record store owner, I want to encourage you guys to buy new releases, but this one's going to be a tough one to sell. And I do realize that it's really for the absolute hardcore Pink Floyd fans. And again, I think I mentioned in the video that the big selling point was going to be the booklet that is attached to this, that's got all the photographs as well as that the live one. So true Pink Floyd fans, maybe I guess I'm not a true Pink Floyd fan if I'm not digging into that, but Dark Side has always been a great album, but not my favorite Pink Floyd album. I'm not afraid to say that. So we'll get that live one in that is broken out separately. We'll have plenty of copies of that to go around. And if anyone does want to order the full box set from Dark Side, we will do that as well. So Chuck says there should have been, and I fully agree that there should have been outtakes. And, Wookingham chimes in, agree. Thank you guys. We're on the same page. I'm not all the way out there. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, do what you got to do here as well. But one other quick note. I know I said I was wrapping up, 5 minutes ago? I can see Kim going like this. Wrap it up. I'm really trying to get the psych rock spots back on track because I did find another vein of great psych rock stuff in a couple of boxes from that buy well over a year ago. So some phenomenal stuff is in the offing for psych rock fans, and big stuff in there as well. So we'll try to get that show back on track, that segment back on track for the YouTube channel. But in the meantime, go back and look for the psych rock spots as well. All right, folks, this time I am going to wrap up. I mentioned I need to go out and get some salt on the walkways and get our day moving here. Keep an eye on our socials. If the weather changes, we'll make a decision at that point, both on Facebook and on Twitter and on, what's that other one? Oh, Instagram. We'll do that as well. Phil is saying, see you soon. Hopefully, sir. Thank you very much. All right. You folks have a great week. Stay safe on the roads if it starts to snow again here in the mid-Michigan area. And please stay safe on the roads wherever the heck you are. We want you around to spin vinyl, as this is really kind of the cool thing to do. All right. Have a great week, and we will talk to you next Saturday. Same record time, same record channel here from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here, everyone.